and the Christian Life Center Choir of Stockton, California. All taking place on November 23rd, beginning 7 p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church, located at 2407 Dana Street in Berkeley. Tickets are available. Admission is $8 at the door, and tickets in advance, $8 in advance. Tickets at the door are available for $10. For further information, you may contact the director, Mr. Silvester Henderson, area code 707-427-8121, or area code 415-338-2241, or call the office at UC Berkeley, area code 510-642-3880.
And we're going to be talking to Mr. Silvester very shortly. I think he's doing a fine job up there at the university, so we want to extend, since we're history he's making there at the university. James Franklin and the Gospel Supreme cordially invite you to their 9th anniversary celebration service.
No, that's it.
Okay, we have in the studio with us this morning a young man that is doing great works right here in Berkeley at Cal, and he is in charge of the gospel choir there. And we're going to say welcome to you, Silvester.
Thank you. God bless you. Welcome.
How are you this morning?
Doing fine. Thank you.
You're a man of many talents. And
thank you.
We're just happy to have you. We're right here in Berkeley, and you're right here in Berkeley, so we just couldn't resist having you come down and share with us this morning some of the things that's going on there at the university in your particular department, and what you have, this great concert you have coming up. And tell us a little something about yourself. I've been knowing you for quite a few years. You used to be there with my church, there at the Third Baptist Church, as one of the choir directors.
Amen.
All right, Sheila brought you in, and so I'm going to let her go ahead with her interview, and I'm not going to interrupt.
Thank you.
Well, I thought I'd give the audience a little bit of background on Mr. Henderson. First of all, Miss Helen Stevens taught him at the age of 11. And from there, he went into many national piano competitions starting in 1976. He is responsible for incorporating gospel music into the student musical department at UC Berkeley. He is the first official conductor of the Young Inspirational Gospel Choir at UC Berkeley. Presently, he's a professor and lecturer of music at San Francisco State University, minister of music at Palo Cedro Baptist Church in Hayward. He has a B.S. music degree in piano and choral conducting and a M.S. of art degree in music. So I'm going to let him give us a little bit more background on himself, since we've given a little foundation work right here.
Well, I grew up in the Oakland area. I went to the Oakland schools, and I had basically real good instructions coming up as a young person. I did study with Mrs. Helen Stevens, who was a national renowned figure in gospel music. In addition to that, I studied with a guy who passed recently by the name of Philip Reeder. In college, I attended San Francisco State University. I studied classical piano with a professor from Holland by the name of Herman Vanderkamp, and I also studied voice and vocal techniques from an opera vocal coach by the name of Dewey Camp. I received my Master's of Arts degree in piano and choral conducting with an emphasis in black music. I was the first one in the department at San Francisco State to ever be given the opportunity to sort of create my own degree with an emphasis in black music. And it has always been my desire to take my education and basically bring it back home to the people who helped me to make something out of myself. And with having a master's degree, recital that was entitled From Bach to Gospel, the program that I'm doing at UC Berkeley is really an outcome of the desires and things that I've had all of my life.
Well, that's great. That's
well,
great.
You know, that is one. I like one thing you said is to what you have gained, that you're bringing it back to the community.
Amen.
That you might assist a lot of the young people today and give them an opportunity and show that, hey, a role model that this can be done. You can do it too.
That's right.
And I appreciate that. So Silvester, as I said, you have directed choirs in various churches. Why don't you tell us a little something about that?
Well, at the age of 15, my first actual church I worked at was a real small sort of outreach ministry church. And I went there at the age of 17. I started playing for the Foothill Baptist Church. I worked there for about 5 or 6 years. From there, I went to a church that is real dear to me that I was at for 13 years, which is Church of the Good Shepherd Baptist, where Dr. Joseph N. Patterson is pastor. While being at Good Shepherd is really the church that I sort of say the church I learned a lot of my skills from. I started there as a pianist. I went from being just a pianist to the director of the choirs. In addition to that, I learned a lot of administrative skills. I went from being the director of the choir to the minister of music. While also at Good Shepherd, I had an opportunity to go and play at the Palo Cedro Baptist Church in Hayward from 1981 to 1986. Well, in 1986, when Palo Cedro decided to build a new sanctuary, my schedule conflicted, and I left the church. I had a beautiful relationship with them, and I took a post while still at Good Shepherd, working one Sunday out of the month and 3 at Good Shepherd at the Third Baptist Church. And at the same time, I took the opportunity for the gospel choir at UC Berkeley around the same time in 1986. It originally only had 5 students. I stayed at Third Baptist up until February of this year and at Good Shepherd, and I resigned from both positions, and the Lord blessed me with a very, very nice job as a full-time minister of music at the Palo Cedro Baptist Church, which at this time is the largest black Baptist church in the South Bay area.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you're certainly expanding your career. Now, there at the university, tell us something about this choir and this great concert that you have coming up.
Well, the Young Inspiration Gospel Choir is a group that's made up of about 75 to 90 students generally, and we are a very popular group on the Berkeley campus. As I stated earlier, we started with only 5 students, and the program really has expanded more than I really could have imagined. Mm-hmm. We've had opportunities to bring some of the world's greatest talent up to us: Daryl Coley, Richard Smallwood, Lynette Hawkins Stevens, Ricky Grundy, the Northern California chapter of the Gospel Music Workshop, and we have a concert coming up this semester that will feature Stephen Roberts and a new group that I heard at the Gospel Music Workshop this past year in Salt Lake City called Glenn Woodard and the Christian Life Center, a youth choir. They're from Stockton, California, from a big Pentecostal church down there. Now, we're doing a lot of publicity this semester because a lot of the parents have been asking and requesting that I give the kids something that they can hold on to when they leave. And they've been worrying me to death about doing an album. And so I decided this year that I felt that the Lord has blessed us to the point by which I feel that we can at this point go out and market ourselves a little better. And also it would help us to have permanent fundraising. So at this time we are doing a lot of singing in the community, and the concert this semester, once again, which will happen on November the 23rd at the First Presbyterian Church, is really in preparation for our live performance that will happen sometime in the spring, preferably April, 1992. We have not actually landed an actual location for this live recording, but we are trying to raise $20,000 because the album project will cost us approximately around $20,000, and we're soliciting any support that anyone can give us, and if it's not financial, we're soliciting your prayers and just all the support that you can give us to help us to continue, because Berkeley is one of the campuses. Berkeley is a hard campus to break because Berkeley is sort of synonymous with Yale and Harvard and Cambridge, and this gospel choir has become like a home for a lot of the minorities. It is the most popular and the most successful minority program that has ever been on the University of California, Berkeley campus in the history of the campus. Mm-hmm. And so I am thankful to God for giving me the opportunity to be instrumental in pulling something together for my people right there on the campus.
Well, tell me now, where can people call and get more information about the concert?
They can actually call me at my home number, which is area code 707-427-8121, or they can give me a call at my work number, area code 415-338-2241, and we'll be glad to mail tickets to them or what have you. I must warn people, we have developed such a reputation on the campus that all of our concerts are always sellouts, and so at this point we only have about 100 tickets left, and we're encouraging people to purchase a ticket early. Last semester we had about 200 people we had to turn away at the door, and we've been doing that now for the last couple of years. And so anyone that would like to come, I would encourage them to purchase a ticket early, because it is my desire that when people come to the door, there will be no tickets. That's sort of an ego from my point. But
well, this will be taking place on November the 23rd, 7 p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church, 2407 Dana Street here in Berkeley.
And they'll also be able to catch them on KGO on November 22nd, right?
Channel 7
Channel 7.
is going to be doing a documentary on us at 5:30, a live documentary. Willie Monroe will be conducting it on November the 22nd.
Well, we say congratulations to you. You just received for the past 10, 15 minutes about $5,000 worth of advertisement.
Thank you, and God bless you, and thank you once again
Not
for your
commercial.
support.
But anyway, we're delighted to have you here, and we say good luck to you, and keep going and be a role model for the young people out there. We need more good role models.
And thank you once again for giving me the opportunity to come and tell you a little about myself and the program at Berkeley. God bless you.
Wonderful. All right, you're hearing a little of the group in the background. We're going to play that now and let you hear a little of the group.